Hi everyone, this is EvilGraham93 and got a fairly sized update for you. A lot better than the small updates I've been doing, but before I show all that, I just want to apologise for my video that I did during the week. Yeah, all this like trolling and what have you is getting me down a bit, but it's not necessarily happening to me at all. But it's just like it's just the feeling that everyone's just been nasty to each other, and it's getting really annoying now. So yeah, that's just want to say about that. I just want to apologise for that video, but right, yeah, update. So the first thing I'm actually going to show you is something that I picked up in HMV that I thought was absolutely amazing. And it's like this big Joker wall art thing. So yeah, I had to pick this up. Massive fan of the Joker. So it was a must buy really. Right, so yeah, shown that, and now I'll show you the one book I got. And it's Star Wars Book of the Sith. So yeah, I actually went into Waterstones looking for another Dragon Age book. Ended up coming across this one. And yeah, it's quite interesting really. It's like I don't know, it's like a book that they've made to make it look like Chancellor Palpatine has written himself. And if you read the pages, some of them have got annotations around them by Palpatine himself and other characters, like Darth Vader's been annotating it, and Luke Skywalker, and then various other Jedi Knights writing conflicting arguments against him. I've not read it all yet, but I've read some parts of it, and it's basically the parts that I've read so far are the history of the Sith, like the backstory, and it's actually really good, really interesting, because you all know like the Sith are like the best out of Star Wars, so much cooler than being a Jedi. Right, games. I actually got a PC game, and it's Dragon Age Origins, the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, so I don't really buy PC games. It's the first ever PC game that I got, and the whole reason why I got it was because it was the Ultimate Edition of Dragon Age Origins, and yeah, and this only actually cost me a £5, so I was really pleased about that, and it's brand new, so. And like the Xbox version of Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition is something like £35, so I just saved the best part of £30 buying the PC one. The only downside is I had to delete a load of stuff off my laptop, so yeah, but otherwise, great, love Dragon Age. Next game I got was Mass Effect, so yeah, I thought I'd give the sci-fi game a go. From BioWare. Not really played much into it yet. Actually, I've not really played a lot at all. Probably I got it Wednesday, I think, and I probably played about an hour's worth. Yeah, but main reason why I haven't played it a lot is because I wanted to finish Skyrim, which I have now. So, well, the main story anyway. So, I'll probably get straight onto this. The last game I got was Mass Effect 2. Again, I just picked it up because it was cheap in game, so I've played a little bit more on this one than I have the first one for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's okay. Not really what I was expecting. I was expecting like a space version of Dragon Age, but it's still pretty good. Right, DVDs. Non-horrors first, and we have Halo Forward Unto Dawn. I believe this was actually a web series, 5-part web series, but what they've done to the DVD is they put all the episodes together into a film, which is about, how long is it? About 80 minutes long, so yeah, you can't complain. It's basically the story of a couple of recruits going through training, and then the Covenant land on the planet where they're training on, and so they've got to try and survive, and they get a little bit of help from Master Chief. Really cool stuff. And the same guy who voiced Master Chief in the games actually does the voice for him in the web series. So, well, I think it's the same bloke anyway. It sounds similar. Next one is Battle Los Angeles. As you can see, it's still in shrink wrap. I only got it yesterday. Yeah, it says a £5 at the top, but I actually got it for like £3 because I bought a load of other DVDs as well. I've seen it before though, and it was pretty cool, I have to admit. Definitely a great sci-fi action film to watch. Next is Sucker Punch. Again, still in its shrink wrap. Yeah, paid £6 for that. It's alright, that one. Really enjoy this one actually. It's great fun. Probably I think my favourite segment is the giant samurai in this. Really awesome scene. Next, Die Hard 2. Finally got all the Die Hard series now, apart from the new one that's going to come out. And I've still not seen that yet. But yeah, Die Hard 2, it's not the best one. I probably think I like it least out of them all. But yeah, just got it really to complete the Die Hard set, because I do like Die Hard. First one would probably be my favourite. Oh, just quickly move these so they don't fall. Next is Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone and what's his name? Jason Momoa from Conan the Barbarian remake. I have to admit, I saw this at cinemas and I was kind of disappointed in it. It wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, but it's still a pretty decent action movie, I have to admit. Yeah, really cool. The only gripe I have with this film really is probably Sylvester Stallone's name in it. I mean, it does not sound threatening whatsoever. He's called Jimmy Bobo in this, so strange. Next is The Last Stand with Arnie. Again, saw this one in cinemas and I absolutely loved it. Thought it was brilliant. It's great action in it. It's got great, comedy. Yeah, it's great fun, that one. Really the only gripe with this release is the cover art. I don't really like the cover art. I would have thought that they would have had the school bus in the background with Arnie walking away from it, so I think that would have been a better cover art for this, but still a great film. And closing the non-horrors, it's True Lies with Arnie. Again, still in its shrink wrap, only cost me £3. It's I can't really remember this one, to be honest. I know it's got something to do with Jamie Lee Curtis in, but yeah, I'll definitely need to watch this at some point. I have seen it before, but it was ages ago. Right, with the horrors. First is Motel Hell, the Arrow Blu-ray DVD release. I have to admit, when I got this, I'd never seen this before when I got it. The cover art is absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's an old farmer Vincent with his pig mask on, revving up the chainsaw to cut someone. I have to admit, when I finally saw it, I was kind of disappointed in it. It was what I was expecting, but I don't know. I just didn't find it as fun as like everyone said it was. I think it's a little bit overrated actually. But the transfer is really good on DVD and Blu-ray. So next is Texas Chainsaw or Texas Chainsaw 3D. Yeah, again with this one, I was really disappointed in it. It was still fun to watch, but again, if you've seen the other ones, like I have gripes for this one just because of the other ones really. Like I appreciate they got some of the original actors back, like Gunnar Hansen and Bill Moseley from number 2, but yeah, that whole I don't want to spoil anything, but that whole beginning, that segment, for the segment at the beginning rather, it really irritated me because if you've seen number 1, 2, and number 2, you know the events at the beginning of this film doesn't happen. Yeah, and they say it's. I read somewhere that it was meant to be a direct sequel to the '70s one, like being in the '70s. It even says right on the back, Texas Chainsaw, the US #1 box office hit, picks up directly where the terrifying 1970s movie ended. So you're kind of expecting it to be in the '70s, but no, they actually start messing about with iPhones at some point in this movie. So yeah, it's not major gripe on that, but it's just little things like that really irritate me. So next is Chrome Skull, later S2. Finally got a Region 2 release of it over here. I have to admit the cover art is absolutely shocking. I prefer the Region 1 cover art. But yeah, again, this film, I think the first one was actually better than this one. But again, I think a lot of people say that, but it was still really entertaining. I mean, Chrome Skull really kicks ass in this film, but yeah, it's great gory fun, but first one's so much better. I don't know why, but next one is Creature. I have to admit, I was watching this last night and I fell asleep towards the end, so definitely have to rewatch this one because from what I saw it was quite fun. There's probably only about 15 minutes left I've got to watch. Sid Haig is great in this. Massive fan of Sid Haig anyway from his Captain Spaulding days, but yeah, this one was kind of fun. Again, like I said, I need to rewatch it. I was walking around HMV and some reason they started doing like bargain bins now in the one that I'll go to. They probably used to do them in like other shops, but one that I'll go to, they just suddenly started doing them, and I found this in there, and the original price of it was £12. But I can remember seeing it in the shop for £12 and always thinking I'm not going to pay that price for it. Yeah, but found it in the bargain bin, £2. So they obviously wanted to get rid of it, so I thought might as well get it for the collection. Next is Silent Hill Revelations. Now, this is going to sound strange, but a lot of people hate this, but I didn't. I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than the first one. I don't know why, but well, I know why, because of the end fight scene with the pyramid head, but yeah, that's a spoiler, I know, but that's probably the main reason why I like this, and you see a lot more of the creatures and how weird they are. But I still like the first one. It's not one of my favourite films per se, but yeah, I like the first one, it was good, but I just think this one was a lot better. The only gripe with this, I'd say, is the cover art is absolutely shocking. Again, why didn't they just use the cover art from the movie poster from cinemas, with the pyramid head, like standing with his sword coming out diagonally and what have you. But no, you just get the evil Alessa face, so... And finally, the last DVD is the Bigfoot tapes. Yeah, I saw this one in the supermarket loads of times. I've always picked it up, had to look at it, then just put it down and walked away. But I finally got it. It was the same day that I got Chrome Skull, I think. But yeah, really not what I was expecting. I am going to spoil this one because it's just, I don't know. It was good, but it was so bad. But it's basically a group of people, a guy and his brother and his brother's girlfriend go out looking for Bigfoot. And they hear a story of a guy who rung up the police and said that he found a creature and it killed his dog. So they go and find this bloke, and he said that he'd take them to where it all happened, in the woods. And when he takes them there, the bloke runs off, and they get lost in the woods. And like strange things are happening. They come across a creature, but you don't actually see it, and it starts wrecking the place. And then they come across some pot farmers, in which something happens to the girl. She gets dragged off. I think they do something to the girl. I think it's the pot farmers that take the girl. It could have been the creature actually, but yeah, and the original guy's brother gets captured by the pot farmers and raped and whatever and killed. And then the original guy just gets beaten and left in the middle of nowhere. And then it's the first time you actually see the creature, and it's right in the background. So, and you can clearly see it's like a fancy dress gorilla suit anyway. So it's just, from what I've explained, I've made it to be an absolute terrible movie, but it is quite entertaining. But not much Bigfoot in it though. Alright, so that was it. Finally, a fair-sized update. Hope you all enjoyed it, because I know I've enjoyed watching these movies and making this video. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing if you have. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. And I'll see you all later. Bye.